Hey there ladies and gents, Pops here. Welcome back to Judith Plains in Farming Simulator 2025. So, today we need to do some fairly serious building work. As you can see, it's not exactly the weather for it. It's snowing. And the sky looks a bit ominous. First thing we're going to do actually is, the reason these two are sitting here, is we're going to get our trusty jet washer. It's a bit wild on the old turning. Anyway, we're going to get this out here. Probably wouldn't necessarily do this in the snow, but get the subsoiler nice and clean. See, what I don't understand is, given the weather, how is he still flying around like that? It's not exactly the best VFR conditions. Okay, that's all looking a bit better. Let's take this back in. We're gonna just move this. Put it back inside. And then we're going to take this back home to where it belongs. Right. Everything looks clean and shiny. And everything is away. Time to talk about our next big project, which is here. So, what we need to do, can't even see where the edge of the fields are, there we go. we are going to use this substantial sized field and we are going to create some land on which we can build. Now this probably is going to end up growing, but for the moment we want to just create an area probably initially something like this. Let's just straighten this up. Okay, what we need is some sort of solution to our barley that's sat in the grain silo, and the start to that solution is going to be this. We're going to have our own grain mill. Should have flattened the land first, but hey ho. And along with that we are going to have spinnery, tailor shop, sugar mill. Looking for dairy, carpentry, bakery. That's what we want. And we're going to have to start off with 2 of those. Really should have flattened this land. Let's go and have a look. Okay, I'll have to smooth these edges off somewhat. We've basically now got a grain mill to produce flour, 2 bakeries in which we are going to produce bread. And the reason we need to do that is because we've got over here still a substantial amount of barley, which we will now start moving over. So we're going to come up here and we're going to grab the tractor that we not long ago put away. The water was refilled, so we are now starting to output lettuce. They've got their full 40,000 litres. So that's that up and running. If we can get the grain mill and the bakery or bakeries up and running. Be another source of income. So just grab this, let's get this filled with its first load. So the only thing in here should be the barley, which it is. $21,000 litres. This is going to take a few trips. But as soon as we've got some barley in, we can start the productions running. And then it doesn't matter if it takes a little while to transfer everything. 21,000 litres, I believe the grain mill is going to process roughly 11,000 litres a month. So it's going to take nearly 2 months to do just this. And in that time I can get this... Oh, missed me brakes. I can get me ground levelled off a bit. But just to get it going... Whoa. Let's dump this in. Like so. We'll move this out of the way. There is a fair bit of landscaping we need to do here, but the idea here is to put a dairy, a tailor shop, spinnery, all on this site. This is going to become our own little industrial estate. And then we also want some more glass houses because they're good at producing some income. And once we've done that little lot, then our business can concentrate on contracting, getting money in, spending a little bit of time building up the empire, and then we'll look towards buying more productions, more farms, more fields. That's the plan. Let's just go and have a look at this grain mill. Okay, so it has barley. It can only hold 141,000 litres of barley. So that's actually, we can't put it all in anyway because we've got more than that. I think we had 157. And yeah, it is only actually going to do, what's that? 30 times that is 14,000-ish, just under 15,000. So the amount of barley we've got is going to take a year to process. The thing is, of course, we will have wheat at the very least to go in here, and these will produce at the same time. So if we put wheat in as well, it's not going to halve this and share that load between them. it will produce still 480 barley and whatever the wheat is, 2,550 wheat at 5 a go. So again, that's yeah, 12,000, 13,000. But they will both happen at the same time. It doesn't share the resource and halve it like it does in some productions. So barley, right, in the case of this, we do want this to be distributing, because we want the flour to go next door to the bakery automatically. So barley, distributing, activate that. That is now running. So pop in next door. At the moment this won't have anything because it won't have had a chance to receive anything. But we are going to do the flour. Coming in is going to be coming in, so we're going to do the bread. Ultimately we'd like to do some cakes, but to do cakes you need butter, eggs, flour, milk, rice flour if you're making rice cakes, strawberries and sugar. So some of this we could do. Butter we could do if we get a dairy, because we've got milk coming in from the cows, or we will have over a period of time. We've obviously got flour and we've got eggs from the chickens, so they're the first lot are sorted. Strawberries, we could change our greenhouses over to strawberries. So it's just a sugar, so we're not a million miles off being able to do cake. We could investigate a sugar mill, but that means doing either sugar cane or sugar beet, which it's just a mental health issue. It's an absolute nightmare doing that, but we will look into it. So that's something for the future. For now, bread, activate. Materials missing. Well, that's to be expected for the moment, but we will start getting flour in from the grain mill. Just run next door. And we're going to do exactly the same thing. Flour, storing because there's nowhere for it to go. We want it to build up here so we can take it away and sell it. We're not going to put it on selling because we lose too much money. As and when we get to the stage where we've got so much produce being produced every month it's impossible for us to move it around, we will put things on to automatically sell. But for now, storing, bread, activate, running, materials missing. That will sort itself out, is the plan. Okay, I need to do some landscaping and then we will decide what to do with the remaining balance. We have 190,000. At the end of the day, that 190,000 is worth nothing to us if it's sat in the bank account. We need to be doing something with it. Now whether that's purchasing some more cows or more sheep, or I don't think we've got enough to get even the smallest of fields. Oh, we have. We could get a field. Yeah, especially if we were to borrow some money. Money is actually a cheap thing to buy. Look at that massive field, and the really big one is this one. 55 hectares, 3.2 million. I suppose that's got to be one of our goals in life, is to own that field. The other thing we need to be looking at is owning the rest of these farms. We'd like to be the proud owners of a distillery and a brewery. Yeah, all sorts of things. We've still got plenty to do here. But for the moment, as you can see, we've nicked a bit of this land. But this field is so big, I can sort of build all across the front there without really having a dramatic effect on the amount of produce we're going to get off the land. The only thing is, of course, we have seeded all this, so it's a bit of a waste of the seeds, but again, in the scheme of things, relatively small. Let me get on with some landscaping. Okay, so we've done a bit of landscaping. It's proved to me that this is one of the many reasons why I don't do maps. It's more of a plonk it down scenario, so we've got a little bit of signage, some decoration, some electrical stuff, a little bit of a rest area for the employees of the mill and the bakeries. Over here we've got an old battered forklift, lots of junk, some decent lights in and fencing all the way around, and then at the back of each place there's got their bins, some gas bottles, more electrical, more bins. They could do with putting their bin away properly. Again, trash from the works that have been taking place, which hopefully will get cleared up over the period of time. Randomly, an old car, another big light, skips for rubbish, and then we've tried to soften the ground out a little bit. It's not great, but it's not as bad as it was. So yeah, we have 119,000 litres of barley slowly going through the system. Bakery is starting to do a little bit of an output. As is this one. We'll see how the pallets spawn there, because that's actually not levelled off properly. This side's alright. That is the story so far with our new industrial area. Here he comes again, our very intrepid pilot friend, who, despite the weather, is still doing his circuits. Still definitely not VFR conditions, so I don't quite know how he's getting away with it, but hey ho, more power to you, brother. So it's now 4:10 on the first day in December, and all that really remains for me to do in this month is to make some of this money back. So we've taken on some contracts, all of a decent size, all will take a decent time. So I'm going to get down to the dealership and we'll start with this one, 119. They're all scattered across the map. That one and that one are about as far away from each other. No, that one and that one are about as far away from each other as you can get. But we'll get these started. I'll see you down at the dealership. Right. We'll get going with this. We've obviously lost our light, so this is all going to be done through the night, which is our excuse for not being able to hitch a plough up to a tractor. go. I will see you at field 119. Oh, didn't even notice the gates. Saw the train, didn't notice the gates. Very solid gate though, tractor this size hits it. Okay, so I think we just go towards the top of the map. Yeah, next right, then it's second field on the left. So I think we probably need to turn in here. What do the signs say? Minimum maintenance road. Enter at your own risk. Well, here we go. It's nice that it would appear that the field we're going to work on hasn't been snowed on. Okay, let's set a worker to it. Alright, flip it over again, change your mind, move it back, turn it round. Go for a drive. We're going to actually start ploughing the field at some point. Oh. Yeah, no, forward, back. God, I love the AI workers. Got to love them. You can do this, come on. And we're away. This, I suspect, is going to take several hours. So I'm sure you'll be glad to hear. I am going to call it a day there. We will get these 3 fields done. It's not that big a field actually. We'll get these 3 fields done before the beginning of the next episode. So I will see you probably in January. In the meantime, thank you very much for sticking with me. As always, be good and stay safe. And I will see you all again very soon.